Houston, Texas, the fourth largest city in the country, also known as Clutch City and the Bayou City. In today's adventure, we're going to talk about the things that you should know before you come and visit. Follow along and let's get this adventure started. Welcome to Travel Adventures with Eric B. I'm Eric B. If you're new here, I offer travel advice. I'm a solo traveler and I do vlogs to help you travel better and more efficiently. What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Travel Adventures with Eric B. I'm Eric B, and today we're going to talk about 12 things that you should know before you come right here to Houston, Texas. And despite the fact that it's the fourth largest city in the U.S., it is not really a travel destination tourist type place. So if you're someone backpacking, looking for hostels and things like that, there's few to no hostels in Houston. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's not really a tourist type place when it comes to people coming here just to visit for that reason. There are conventions and things like that here. It's a big city, so there are tons of events, but not really a big tourist type hub. You should know about Houston as the rain pours down behind me is about the weather here. Now, it can be raining here at times. It rains heavy when it rains. Obviously, hurricane season, hurricanes hit this area, so they call this the Bayou City, so you get a lot of that type weather, nasty, rainy weather. Also here, gets very, very hot, and I mean hot, especially if you're coming here anytime between mid-May and about the 1st of September. It is extremely hot, muggy, and humid here, so keep that in mind before you visit. Doesn't really get all that cold. During the cold months, you'll have cold stretches. It might snow every once in a while, every few years, but you know, it happens in patches if you're coming during the cold time. It's not always cold, so. But do keep in mind that heat, and keep in mind the weather, keep in mind the hurricane season when you come here to Houston. What you know about Houston is this being the huge city that it is, it's a great event city. So if you want to go see live concerts, you want to go see all different types of shows, sporting events, you have an MLS team here, you have an MLB team here, you have an NFL team, you have an NBA team. You pretty much have all of the major sports here except for NHL, and I expect NHL to probably be here within the next few years. You'll probably watch this video in a few years and say, well, they have a hockey team here now. So yeah, Houston's growing, has a lot of things to do if you're looking for events. So no shortage on events here. So know that the most visited attraction in Houston, you come in here to visit attraction, is the NASA Johnson Space Center, which a lot of people go to that space center. It's a very good place. I visited that. I have a video on this channel that you could go back and check. It was a few years ago that I did the video, but that Space Center is an excellent place to go visit. And if you're going to Houston, you should definitely take that visit. It's kind of on the way to Galveston, not too far from that direction if you're going on a cruise out of Galveston. But if you're coming in through Houston, yeah, highly recommend go see NASA's Johnson Space Center. Another thing you should know about Houston is Tex-Mex food is a big thing here. So if you're a fan of the Tex-Mex, sort of like a little blend of the authentic Mexican and the Texas style, which I love, you know, Tex-Mex, tacos, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you get a lot of authentic Mexican food here too, but tons of places that do the Tex-Mex thing or the authentic Mexican food as well. So if you're a fan of Mexican food, you're in heaven here, because there's a lot of Mexican, a lot of Tex-Mex places here. So I wanted to come back and add, even though that the Tex-Mex is probably the most popular thing, you're going to see Tex-Mex everywhere. There is a lot of barbecue places here because Texas does barbecue well. There's a lot of seafood places here, so you're going to see a lot of seafood, shrimp, even crawfish here because it is the Bayou City. And there's a good bit of Asian food as well, a little bit of Asian. You got a lot of Asian fusion type places. So you might find Asian barbecue, Asian seafood. You might even find Asian mixed with Tex-Mex. So a lot of fusion here. A lot of restaurants in general because this is a huge city. Another thing you should know about Houston, it's not like a big college town. There's a lot of split loyalty with universities and everything here. So you got a lot of Texas A&M fans because A&M's not far away. You got a lot of University of Texas fans because Austin's not far away. You also have LSU fans here. That's about 4 hours away, of course. The state line for Louisiana is only about 2, so you have a lot of fans. And obviously you got Rice and you got Houston University, which is here. Smaller universities, shout out Houston Christian. Not really a lot of these small schools here. Lamar's not far away as well. So a lot of smaller schools and a lot of fans of Texas, Texas A&M, and even LSU. So a lot of split loyalty when it comes to that. It's not a big college town. One thing you should know about Houston is this is a huge city. And when I say I mean it's a huge city, it's the fourth largest city in the United States. And it's hard to get around here traffic-wise. You know, traffic's terrible here. It's like one big circle the way the interstate system works. So it's almost like you got to circle around. So expect that traffic to be bad and expect you to have a while trying to get from place to place because it's huge and it's very spread out. Next thing you should know about Houston is that public transportation is not a big thing here. I mean, I know there's like a light rail train that kind of goes downtown and a few places you can take, but public transportation here, you're definitely going to have to drive when you come here if you're going to get around. I promise you that. So definitely be prepared to deal with previously mentioned traffic and how busy it is. But yeah, public transportation is not much of a thing here in Houston unless you're lucky enough to be along those areas where you can take that light rail. Another thing you should know about Houston is it's located within driving distance or a short flight away from all of the major cities, you can say, well, except El Paso and Texas-wise, because only a few hours to drive to Dallas up Interstate 45. The interstate doesn't take you to Austin. Austin's about a 2-hour drive. You can take the highway there. Also, San Antonio's right up I-10, about 3.5 hours. So if you're trying to get to the other major cities in Texas, and then, of course, if you got a cruise out of Galveston's only an hour or so away. So it's located well in comparison to the other cities in Texas if you want to get to the other major cities. Another thing you should know about Houston is the city has two different airports. Hobby Airport, and then you have Bush, both international airports, but separated by 26 miles. So if you accidentally book your ticket to the wrong airport, you might as well just count it as you miss your flight, and you might as well try to rebook because these airports aren't close enough, and with traffic and all, there ain't no way you're going from one to the other one unless you got like a 6-hour layover. So make sure you know the difference between the two airports when you book your flights. One of the things I just briefly touched on is that Galveston is only less than an hour or about an hour drive away from Houston. So that is important, as I mentioned about the cruising. So if you got a cruise going out of Galveston like many of us do, you're going to probably end up flying into Houston if you're flying in. So you're going to probably fly there. You can usually get a transfer, a cruise transfer that'll take you from the airport directly to Houston. The GoPort's available, the same company that goes from Orlando down to Port Canaveral. They will also pick you up at one of the two airports in Houston, and you can take their bus straight down to Galveston. But chances are you will be flying into Houston, one of the two airports at least, if you're going on a cruise out of Galveston, if you're flying. Lastly, I want to give you a little overview of Houston, things to know before you come here. And with that overview, I want to start off with downtown. Now, I will say this, I haven't been downtown Houston in several years, so my memory might be a little fuzzy on as far as downtown, but I know downtown Houston is a lot of theaters where you can go see shows and everything. Make sure you go check out the beautiful skyline. The Rockets Arena, the Toyota Center, is downtown. The Houston Astros Stadium, which is Minute Maid Park, but they changed the name. I don't know it off the top of my head, is also downtown. But there's a lot of great parks in Houston as well. So you're going to go to Buffalo Bayou Park. You get a great view of the skyline. There's many other parks and green space. It's very much known for the parks and green space. There's a police memorial. I think that's going to be near the Buffalo Bayou Park. There's also a Bats Bridge Park, which the Bats Bridge thing, a lot of people know that from Austin with the bridge with all the bats. There's one of those in Houston as well. There's a Memorial Park or Herman Park. The Houston Zoo is very popular as well. So sort of an overview on things that you should know before you come here to Houston, Texas. All folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I ask that you please hit the like, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the bell notification so you can know when I have more videos coming out. And as always, remember, live today, grow today, tomorrow's never guaranteed. Peace and travel. Lots and lots of travel. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. Leave any comments below. I love to interact. And if you would like to help the channel continue to grow, please consider hitting that join button and becoming a member of the Peace Corps and help us to continue to grow as a travel community.